You can do this.
Okay. Today is a very sad day for the country because of the loss of a phenomenal woman who was a leader, and also to all the women of Kenya. Joyce exemplified the very essence that should be admired of any leader, and more so for us as women. She was a personal friend, a confidant. We've walked this journey together. It's been long, and for today we pass our sincere condolences to the family. We pledge to stand with them and continue to support them the way any sister would do for the family that's been left behind. I think that's it.
Let me just say that it's a very sad day for us as women leaders of this country. Joyce has been one of the most inspiring women leaders that we know of. She stood with us through our political journey. She encouraged us when we felt like giving up. She had a way of bringing joy where there was none. She always united us when there was conflict. And she's been a trailblazer for the women politicians in this country. I really want to thank the people of Sotik because they are the first ones who recognized the leadership potential that Joyce had and elected her 2 terms. I want to thank them so much for the confidence they had in her after her sister passed on. I want to thank them because they voted for her when everybody, some people were saying don't vote for her, she's not married here, but they voted for her anyway because they believed in her. I want to, in a very, very special way, thank the people of Bomet for voting Joyce as the governor for Bomet County. They never made a mistake because she worked even in the midst of her illness. She would leave chemotherapy session and drive back to Bomet to go and serve the people of Bomet. I want to thank them so much. And for sure, I pray that God will fill the gap that Joyce has left behind for those people. But more importantly, for those of us left behind as women leaders, it is our time to really step up the fight against this monster called cancer. To push for better policies and programs that can be able to benefit every single Kenyan, no matter their status, no matter where they are, so that they can be able to get, first of all, early detection, and 2, proper treatment where it's needed. And I want to say that this is a call to action to all of us to realize that this monster is creeping and taking away everybody. There's no class, no age, and it's up to all of us to join hands in making sure that the president takes up this and supports the many, many Kenyans that are suffering today out of cancer. Thank you very much.
Beatrice.
Okay. May I also take this opportunity to convey my sincere condolence to the family of Joyce Laboso, the governor of Bomet. I want to say, Paula, it's a dark day for us as Bomet. And I want to say that, pray that God may comfort the family. I give my condolence on behalf of the people of Bomet East to the entire Bomet County. We know Joyce has been our governor, and she was a lady who had a vision which she really wanted to fulfill, and she has been a leader to almost everybody in Bomet, especially even the women. And I want to say that her dream will always remain to be fulfilled. And as we mourn, we want to say that for the people of Bomet, let's be one at this critical time so that we can mourn together and make sure that we give Joyce a good send-off which befits her status, because she's somebody who loved peace, she cherished peace, she united everybody in Bomet. And I want to say it's really very unfortunate because we have lost her, and I know God will give us a leader who will replace Joyce the way she used to work for Bomet. I miss Joyce because we came together to leadership. When she lost her sister, I lost my husband. And the great people of Sotik and the great people of Bomet gave us the chance to wear the shoes of my late husband and Lorna Laboso. And Joyce has done what it takes. That is why the people of Bomet decided to give her the leadership. I also want to thank the Deputy President and the President of this country for the enormous support they have given us when Joyce was sick. Right from Kenya, UK, India, they have stood with us, and I say thank you so much. Otherwise, with those few remarks, thank you so much.
I'd like to say something and then don't change your mind.
Let me say first, because I'll change. I want to say Joyce was a woman of many firsts, being the first deputy speaker woman we ever had in this country and being one of the first governors. But beyond Joyce's politics, Joyce was a loving wife, an extremely devoted and loving wife to Ann Edwin. She was a doting mother, obsessed with the development of her children. Joyce was a mother of Brian and Ted, and a guardian mother of Marco, who was Lorna Laboso's son, who she took up like her own son, and Mina, and many others. And so as we speak about Joyce, it just occurred to me that we might only see her politically, but Joyce, her political life was much shorter than her other life when she was a lecturer, a teacher, but most of all, a big sister to all of us who were in politics at that time. So as you remember Joyce, I ask you to remember her also as a woman, just an ordinary woman with a family, with a church, with relatives, with in-laws. That was Joyce.
Today we thank God for the life that He gave Joyce. And indeed, in the midst of many things, one of the things we must learn from Joyce is a spirit of faith, a spirit that kept her going, even when we would be so down. In hospital, she would say, "Don't cry." She had a spirit I will never forget when we were leaving London to India. And that is what I've taken from Joyce. A spirit to encourage everyone, even when the worst is on you. But today I want to really pray that in our country, Kenya, we must reflect back and ask ourselves, what went wrong? That we have this disease monster called cancer. It is a monster because it destroys you, it takes you, it rips you with pain, you find the family wondering what to do. And therefore today, on behalf of Joyce's family, I want to send my condolences to all, and really to Obonyo, a man who I know very few will see in this country, that walked a journey with the wife. And may God give him strength at this hour. Brian, Ted, Marco, Dennis, Judy, we pray that God will give you strength. And we know that Joyce has rested in peace. The pain is gone. It is for us to ask ourselves, when that day will come, what will we say? What will people say about you? And God bless you. God bless Bomet County.